the difference between me and a lot of these fighters, they don't get better. We've only gotten better because I was born for this. I was made for this. Those fighters, they're talented, but they're not God-gifted.
I see greatness, but you're looking at it. Looking at it.
Every time that somebody has brought the fight to me, they've been down. Anybody that has tried to box me, they've been outboxed, you know? The most technical fighter in the sport of boxing that they said they called him high tech and the Matrix. Well, I decoded that and I glitched them. Every time I'm in that ring, they get to feel a little bit of that energy. And they're like, wait, this is a whole different bracket. Wait, this is not what I thought about.
Right now. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah, it's right in the end. Get up a little higher. Good. You know what I mean? What's that? Right hand. Quick. We do.
Ahead of the showdown, Teofimo Lopez has shown unstoppable defense inside camp, and you won't want to miss it. Starting off, Teofimo Lopez is sending a crystal-clear message to Shakur Stevenson. You're in for a rude awakening, and he means every word. Inside his camp, Teofimo is pushing himself to limits most fighters wouldn't even dare to reach. In true Teofimo fashion, he unloads on the punching bag, firing shots at Shakur for even believing he can win. With that same ferocious energy, Lopez makes one thing clear. When he steps into the ring on January 31st, the world will be reminded who truly rules the 140-pound division, Teofimo Lopez. Being trained under his father, Teofimo Lopez is sharpening every part of his game, and his blazing fast hand speed is what everyone is talking about. He looks in better shape than ever, fully ready to dominate and show Shakur Stevenson his explosiveness, versatility, and championship-level confidence.
Give me this. Tell me. Beautiful. Ooh, nice.
Under the technical guidance of his team, Teofimo Lopez looks more confident than ever in his mission to dominate Shakur Stevenson. He reminds everyone that he's the same fighter who decoded one of the most high IQ, high-tech boxers in the sport. Teofimo believes most fighters don't recognize the danger until they're standing across from him in the ring, and Shakur needs to realize it now. He insists he completely froze Lomachenko for 7 to 8 rounds, and that the energy Shakur will feel inside the ring will take him to a world he's never experienced before.
I see greatness, but you're looking at it. Looking at it.
Every time that somebody has brought the fight to me, they've been down. Anybody that has tried to box me, they've been outboxed, you know? The most technical fighter in the sport of boxing that they said they called him high tech and the Matrix. Well, I decoded that and I glitched them. Every time I'm in that ring, they get to feel a little bit of that energy. And they're like, wait, this is a whole different bracket. Wait, this is not what I thought about.
And it's not just talk. Teofimo Lopez has also been seen training with one of boxing's all-time legends, Freddie Roach. Linking up with Roach and fully buying into his guidance sends another strong message heading into fight night. The strategy is clear. Teofimo is looking to blend the experience he's gained throughout his career with legendary wisdom and then unleash it against Shakur Stevenson. Hitting the pads with Roach, Lopez is preparing to step into the ring in a form Shakur may not be ready for, and the truth on fight night could shock everyone.
There you go. I can get to you.
And now, one clip from Teofimo Lopez's training session has shocked everyone. Ever since the fight was announced, many have labeled Shakur Stevenson as the superior defensive fighter, but the footage you're about to see completely challenges that narrative. Teofimo himself has always claimed that Shakur isn't defensively better than him, and this new clip is starting to shift opinions. It's raising serious questions about whether Teofimo may actually hold the defensive edge, along with his blistering hand speed. The way he slips, blocks, and reacts leaves fans stunned and makes you wonder what that defense will do to Shakur on fight night. Teofimo believes he's going to shock the world on January 31st against Shakur Stevenson, and he doesn't feel an ounce of doubt or fear. He openly challenges Shakur, questioning what he really brings to the table and dismissing it as nothing he hasn't seen before. Teofimo also lays out his fight week mindset, acknowledging Shakur's callouts but choosing silence over talk. His message is simple. He wants to make his noise inside the ring, give fans the entertaining fight they're craving, and walk away with his hand raised against Shakur Stevenson.
Get out of here! That's the way you do it, baby!
Silence. You know, I think that's what's gonna be my thing that I'm gonna work on for fight week. Because as much as I wanna punch that guy now, I really do. I really do. However, I gotta play it smart. You know, I know he's gonna keep talking, keep doing this, keep doing that. But the thing is, like, what do you bring to the table? Get what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table? You don't bring anything. What? A Spartan look?
Alongside that, detailed analysis and breakdowns of each fighter's abilities have been discussed. Max Kellerman has rated Shakur Stevenson as an elite-level defender, arguably the best in the sport today. Meanwhile, Mike Coppinger believes this fight is more about Teofimo Lopez's explosiveness, blazing fast hand speed, sharp defense, and his ability to land a devastating counterpunch. Known by many as one of the most gifted athletes in boxing, the stakes are just as high for Teofimo as they are for Shakur, a fighter praised for his precision, timing, craftiness, and high ring IQ. All of it makes this matchup one for the ages.
It's a very special fight. It's the type of matchups we always are acting for. When it comes to explosiveness, I would have to go with Teo. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Teo. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
His specialty is his counterpunching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense probably the best in the game,
and he's
longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counterpuncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete.
You asked about Teo. I actually think this fight is about Teofimo more than it is about Shakur Stevenson.
While Shakur Stevenson has been heavily regarded as the favorite in this matchup, Mike highlights the unpredictability of Teofimo Lopez. In his view, Teofimo is a fighter who rises to the occasion, and when he does, he performs so exceptionally that it leaves everyone impressed and fully convinced of his stardom. He points to the Josh Taylor fight, where most fans were rooting against Teofimo, yet he still showed up. The same was true against Vasyl Lomachenko, when he threw over 100 punches in the final round to make sure the victory was undeniable.
And the reason I say that is to what Doug said. When Teofimo Lopez rises to the occasion, he looks like a guy that can't be beat sometimes. And I say this really about Teo here because Shakur, like you said, he's the favorite, 3.5 to 1 favorite right now. He's the one moving up in weight. And if you look at it stylistically, Shakur, right, he's the better boxer. We've seen Teo have problems with, fast and fleet boxers like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. But then you think about sometimes when Teo rises to the occasion, but everyone was picking Josh Taylor that you spoke to in boxing. Yeah. And we saw what Teo did to Josh Taylor. We saw what Teo did to Lomachenko. And one of the things that I think that gets lost in that fight against against Lomachenko is Teo threw more than 100 punches in the final round to make sure he won that fight.
There's no denying that Shakur Stevenson is considered one of the most skilled fighters in boxing today. However, Teofimo Lopez is viewed as a uniquely twitchy and unpredictable boxer. On one side, you have a polished, elite technician in Shakur, and on the other, a highly unconventional Teofimo whose awkward rhythm and explosive style can create serious problems. Teofimo doesn't box like a traditional fighter. He does things in his own unusual and effective way. Because of that unpredictability, many boxing analysts believe he has a real chance to beat Shakur Stevenson, making this a far tougher matchup for Shakur than it appears on paper.
You got an ultimate skill fighter versus a boxer who's twitchy, and twitchy sometimes beats out skills. Sometimes that's the side that can really beat a straight up boxer to me. Somebody who's twitchy. You know, because they don't fight, you know, as normally as most boxers fight. They give you angles, body movements, bouncing around like a Lomachenko would done, even a Crawford does, you know what I'm saying, moves different angles and so forth. That's why they can beat a lot of boxers. A lot of people are rolling with Shakur, and I understand, because he's dope. But I don't know who's going to show up what day. What Shakur showing up, or what Teo's going to show up.
Sean Porter, a strong advocate for Shakur Stevenson, praised Shakur's offense in his last fight against William Zepeda, calling it phenomenal. He believes that, at his best, no one can beat Shakur. However, Porter also noted that during the fight, Shakur spent a lot of time running, and when he stayed in the pocket, he took some unnecessary shots. While it ultimately worked in his favor against Zepeda, facing an explosive fighter like Teofimo Lopez is a different challenge. You can't just run or stay in the pocket. Teofimo's unpredictability and power make him a real threat to Shakur.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know, we gonna always Shakur gonna always be Shakur. The offense that we saw from him in his last fight was just, he knew what he had in front of him, and eventually he knew that he was going to be in a position where he could have his way with the kid who was in the ring. I'm losing his name off the top of my head.
Right, I know you're talking about. But I believe he fought that way because he started hearing all the calling him running. He started saying, you know what? Let me stay in the pocket, because he stood in the pocket a lot more than he normally stood in the pocket with that fight. You know what I'm saying?
It took some unnecessary shots.
Huh?
It took unnecessary shots.
Well, okay, right. But you see what kind of fan base he got after that too. The doubters started saying, you know what? I'm gonna roll with him more, because we were getting tired of him running and skillfully beating people. That gets boring.
Sean Porter also acknowledges that Teofimo's twitchy athleticism is what makes him so unpredictable and potentially a real problem for Shakur Stevenson. He breaks down how he expects the fight to play out, analyzing how Shakur might respond and what Teofimo will bring to the ring. One thing is certain, Teofimo's latest training clip, showcasing his unstoppable defense, has everyone talking. Fans and analysts are noticing every subtle detail, a clear reminder of why he's considered one of the finest athletes in modern boxing.
I like what Pierre said. You know, the twitchiness, that athleticism that Teofimo has is what gives someone like Shakur problems, because it throws off his timing.
Yep.
Shakur is flat out amazing. I've watched this kid. He can find anybody's time.
Right.
So if you give him the space with just like feints and stuff like that, he gonna still pick it up and he's still gonna find it. I got a feeling this thing is not gonna be boring and dry, because I got a feeling, you're right. By nature, Teofimo is a counterpuncher. He's an explosive counterpuncher. He does not know how to punch. He can't really set it up.
With his unstoppable defense clip from the recent training session, Teofimo Lopez has everyone talking. He sent a clear message to Shakur Stevenson. No matter who's considered the favorite, Teofimo promises to bring something unique and exceptional to the ring on fight night. Backed by intense training, a motivated mindset, and grueling high-level technique, he's ready to showcase his full prowess inside the ring. And with additional sessions alongside Canelo, learning elite-level defense, Teofimo is more dangerous than ever heading into the showdown. Teofimo Lopez is taking his training to a whole new level. With slick, improved techniques for defense and head movement, he's sharpening every aspect of his game. Training closely with his father, Teofimo is not only refining his reflexes, but also building the kind of instinctive skills that can make him untouchable in the ring. Fans are already talking about the intensity and precision of his sessions, showing that he's serious about dominating come fight night. There you have it. Teofimo Lopez is showing the world that his speed, defense, and ring IQ are on another level. And come fight night, Shakur Stevenson is in for the shock of his career. If you want to catch every explosive moment from camp to the main event, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. Drop a comment below. Who do you think will come out on top, Teofimo or Shakur? Amir Khan throws his support behind Lopez, drawing from direct personal experience with what the young champion brings to the ring.